your questions. So, as you might know, actually, I wanted to ask, who of you, do you know new people who are actually attending this webinar? Do you know these four type of transportation, let's say, projects that we have out there in the market right now, or actually are in a process? Are you aware of them from the pictures? You can put that as well on the questions. Are you aware? Just put pluses and minuses, I guess. Okay, guys, over there I can. Okay, could you see? Alphabet. All right, great. So basically, when I actually joined this project, I was not aware of other transportation systems that are in plan or actually being already put on kind of in a project towards, you know, starting to building them or raising the money or anything, because I was aware that we are that we have an access right now, which is obviously the cars, bicycles, trains and planes, which are obviously upgrading all the time. But I was not aware of, for example, the top left, the Chinese bus, like a straight line bus, where the cars can go underneath, but people are actually driving on top of the, you know, on the top desk. So basically, kind of, they thought that in this way they're not going to disturb the traffic, so cars can still go underneath, but the bus will go on top of them. As I understood, they were kind of marketing this project as a, you know, straight line bus, as I mentioned before, but apparently they need still to dig the ground. They need rails, you know, on what the bus is going to go. So it's still kind of in a complex project. Still needs a lot of materials. I believe the timing could be, I guess, you know, quite a long time till the moment they will be able to put, you know, that on. Till the moment they will be able to run this in the cities, and I guess I believe will be closed roads, which means traffics again, delays, and etc. The idea is, I think, good. But, well, let's see how it works. Then we have Hyperloop on the top right. Hyperloop is, as you probably know or heard maybe about a person called Elon Musk. He has invented this, or trying to invent this project as a high-speed train, which will go with a speed of around 970 kilometers on 560 kilometer road. I think it's pretty much fast way how to from A1 to AB, because I believe this is a kind of idea what he's trying to put forward as, you know, connecting not the cities but actually the countries, I believe. Latest news, what I know is that he wants to do that in Dubai as well, and they want to make sure that 100 kilometers they can make in 10 minutes. That's pretty impressive. So let's I guess fingers crossed for them to be able to do that. Then we have the Schweb, which is the bottom right. The prototype was made in New Zealand. In order to, I guess, to attract new tourists, because it was for leisure attractions, and it basically kind of human-powered monorail car. I guess it's for sport and health activities, you know, purpose as well. Why is that they wanted to extend this particular project, and Google came in, you know, as a partner and invested $1 million. I think it's a pretty good project. It looks interesting for me as well. However, I'm not sure how, from the videos I've been watching, I'm not sure how comfortable it is and how much you actually can see around, because you're kind of sleeping in this car cube, or cargo, let's say, and you know, you kind of with a big speed, you're just going around and around and around. It's not like from point A to point B. But I think, you know, they're obviously going to be more and more inventing. They're going to be more investing. Let's see what other options they're gonna show to us. And then we obviously have the SkyWay, the SkyWay picture at the bottom left. This is a project obviously that we are involved, all of us, and would like to, I guess, know more about opportunities. Person, very interesting person, but apparently, unfortunately, I haven't seen him yet. And Mr. Anatoly Yunitsky. He is the Yunitsky String Technology SkyWay founder, designer, and obviously, the scientist who has kind of implemented a lot of projects that apparently we are using, whether it's a cosmonaut or maybe NATO or UN, but actually we don't know about that. So he is a very clever person with lots of rewards and awards, which we all can see on his website, www.unitsky.com. I think there are a lot of patents from 1966 that you can check up on Patent Scope. So you can see that all his, the patents are on, registered. It's official, and this means that obviously Mr. Yunitsky has never been involved in any dodgy businesses or, let's say, pyramid scheme companies or projects. He's completely clear. Instead of that, he's been, dedicating his 40 years, of his life for intensive work of, creation of UST, Yunitsky String Technology. So basically, SkyWay has quite a lot of advantages, but here we have we are trying to demonstrate for you the top 3 most, I guess the most important cargo types that we are kind of targeting right now. The most, the best, I guess, with the biggest speed, we have the high-speed SkyWay, which also can connect not just cities but also the countries. It can go with a speed up to 500 kilometers an hour, but I've heard that it could potentially go even higher, up to 600 kilometers, 640, I think. It's not confirmed yet, but I believe, by improving and doing more and more research after, the ecotechnology, I'll tell you later, will be built, we will be able to, I guess, increase the speed and capacity for our technology. We can, then we have the urban SkyWay. So I hope you guys can see the screen, because some of you say that you cannot. Okay, I hope you can see now. So the urban SkyWay is the most targeted for different cities to build that. Obviously, the cargo inside the city. For example, I wish they could be able to do that in London, because I'm trying to avoid a metro as much as I can. Buses, sometimes they are too full and it's big traffic on the road, so again, difficult to use that. I'm actually scared to use bicycles. I don't know about you, but in London there are so many buses and cars going around that I think it's quite dangerous to put yourself on driving with a bicycle. So I prefer obviously walking, but even walking, I'm not sure how safe it is right now in these days. But I guess the urban skyway, inner city, in other words, passenger cargo train could be a very good option for us to build in cities like London, or let's say Tokyo, Vietnam, or any other country. And then we have the cargo skyway. Obviously, this could be whether mounted or suspended. Depends obviously on which environment, which country, which place we want to go, and what sort of goods we want to bring to another city. But I think this is a very good way how big corporates can use, because they could build their truck and they can skip the third parties logistics. So it's like a transportation company like DHL. They're not going to use them, but they can build their cargo. At the beginning, maybe it would cost a lot of money, but at the same time, they would see that at the end of the day they can save a lot of money because they won't need to pay to anyone else, and they can use direct, fast delivery goods. And then we have the Universe. We have obviously different type of size of Universe. It depends which city is going to go. It can go, I think, 6 to up to 10, if I'm not misleading, people in one cargo. But I guess the difference between each universe will be depending again how big population is in each city. And obviously this is a picture from New York. I was there myself a couple of months ago, and I can definitely confirm that this is a day-to-day traffic. Basically, there is very risky, and you can't actually cross the street in any place where you would like to do that. In London, you still can try. I'm not recommending to do that anyways, but in New York, it's impossible. So many cars, so many buses and big cars, and it's crazy. And how much more time we need to understand, for government to understand that they have to do something about it, because there are no many roads to build anymore. It's just crazy. I prefer this. How awesome would that be that you can connect, I guess, the cities or lands in Dubai. At the same time, it's very quiet. It's very it's very kind of ecological as well, and you can just sleep by the beach and enjoy your time in there, not worried about the noise or people around. I think it's very good concept, and this is what we can do already today. As you can see, it doesn't matter whether it's a ground or it's a water. For us, we can go anywhere. And how we will do it? We have crowdfunding platform that we decided to, well, not we, but Mr. Andre Havrato, it's another person who is involved in this project. He went to Andre Havrato, to Anatoly Unitsky, and said that it's a very good platform, crowdfunding platform to use, where they don't need to go to one particular big investor. Or 3 big investors who would obviously take most of the company's shares, and be kind of taking control of the company. Again, the prices would go up probably, and we can just imagine what would happen. So Havrato said that by using crowdfunding platform, we can reach out to any individual who wants to, around the world, who wants to be part of something big, and they can invest a different level. Basically, there are different levels that they can invest their money. You don't have to be a big investor, qualified investor with £1,000 of in your account. This is kind of an opportunity for everyone to invest, in return getting the company's equity and a position in the company, and obviously be a co-owner of the technology as well. And why are we using the crowdfunding platform? Is because obviously we need to finalize, to build our eco-techno park. I call it SkyWay baby project, because from here everything's gonna start. It's like starting point for our for changing the world. And eco-techno park will showcase 3 different technologies. It will be the high-speed train, cargo, urban, 4 even technologies, and a unibike as well. So basically, we need to collect $200 million to be able to complete, this park. It's 35.9 hectare big piece of land that it has been used in Belarus, in Minsk, many years ago, for keeping tanks in there, or trying out, some different bombs or something like that. So basically, when they gave us this land, they said, well, this is dead. There's not going to be trees growing. There's not going to be, the grass growing. There's nothing else. The land is dead. You can't grow anything on it. And we took this advantage. We took this challenge to prove that it can be changed. And we have already planted lots of trees. We have planted tomatoes, flowers, and we have more and more things in the plan to do there. I personally haven't been there yet, but I know that my team members, Sarmant and Mila, they went there. They saw that, and I think they even planted their tree. Lucky them. So they can confirm that it's not just a picture. It's not just designers may kind of design the picture for you to show. We know that it's real and it's in process, and there are numerous of videos that you can see on the website, and be confirmed that this is happening. If you still don't believe, you are free to go to Minsk and see yourself. And as you can said, I'm sorry. As I already said, we have also pictures from people who went there, and this is what we did in October 2015, and this is what is being done already in July 2016. It's actually even more. I know, as far as I know, we are actually already ready to put like strings on those supporters. So hopefully by end of the year we'll be able to showcase our first transportation, the operation already. And all of that we have done with private investors through the crowdfunding platform, where we have collected $10.5 million. And you can see we have 300,000 investors registered from around 25 countries, and from those people, 25% are investors, starting from $50 and obviously going up to hundreds thousands of dollars. Once we finish this Ecotechno Park, we have signed contracts globally worth 70 billion. I think that's a pretty big number. Just think how many zeros are at the end. Where are we at the moment? Well, basically, this project have been divided or planned in 15 stages, and each stage requires a certain amount of money to be raised, certain things to be done, and if we don't kind of complete, or we are not running in time, then obviously the project will be delayed. But I'm happy to announce that and confirm that from those 7 stages, we haven't missed even one. I think one we might be missing, if I'm correct, by 1 or 2 weeks. But I guess on a big picture, I can say we haven't missed the timeline. So as you can see, in 2017, we are at demonstration and then certification stage, where we believe that we will be able, to showcase all 3 technologies. After InnoTrans, which obviously Mila will tell you later, we really think that we will be able to finalize the Ecotechno Park by end of this year already. Because we're going to be showcasing our real piece, a real size of Unibus, so a Unibag in this InnoTrans trade show. So I'm excited to go there and see that. The contracts, those contracts that we have signed, is with Russia, with Ukraine, as you can see, the Britain, and Belarus. These contracts have been signed back 2015, 2016, but also these contracts are waiting for certification. So then we can go to obviously to government and tell them, well, we have all the technical documentation. Let's start changing our environment. The most exciting project that we have is the Australian project, which been signed in January 2016 with Mr. Rod Hook. Rod Hook is a very knowledgeable, very prestige, the person in Australia. He built. He used to be chief minister in Australia. He built himself 4 bridges in Australia. So he is the person that government trusts, and they believe, that they know that they can, rely on him, that he knows what he's doing. So basically, Rod Hook went to Russia, to Belarus, 4 times before he actually confirmed his partnership with SkyWay, with Mr. Unitsky. He went once, very skeptical. He said like, "Oh my God, what is this project again? I don't believe in that." But he still went there. But when he saw what he saw, he was very impressed. He was shocked. He didn't expect to see, things actually, moving forward and being developed so far. So he went back to Australia. Then he brought one delegation. Then he brought another delegation. So all of them were confirming, what Rod Hook already was telling them in Australia. So obviously, then they signed a contract, and Rod Hook now is a director for SkyWay Australia. They have one project already in place that I think they will start building next year, whether Q3 or Q4, and it will be connecting Adelaide University campus from the car park. So instead, students spending time on traffic in a bus, they will obviously be more safer and more faster. We'll be using more faster, cheaper transportation system, which is obviously coming from SkyWay. As far as I know, there are another 7 contracts in discussions, but that's going to be discussed or confirmed hopefully by the end of the year. Rod Hook is going to be attending also in a trans trade show, which Mila will explain you later. So we are excited to see him there because he's going to be representing SkyWay. That's a very credible person, very credible project for us. And then we have Irish project signed in May 2016. For you who knows, obviously that's our director, Global Transnet UK director Armand, who was trying to represent SkyWay as good as possible. Obviously, they saw the value, they understood it, and right now we are waiting for them in English translation as well. After which they supposed to tell us or confirm where in Ireland they want to build some type of project. As far as I know, it's the project they signed from the beginning. It was a unibike, but now they are thinking for something even bigger. Let's see what they can update us on later after. Then we have Russian project, which I wouldn't say. It's not like a contract signed with Russia, but they have confirmed and approved that this is an innovative transportation technology. It's existing. So we are moving forward with Russia itself. Finally they have opened their eyes, opened their mind, and now they're looking around what's happening in the world, and therefore they have, I guess, let us get a bit step forward, closer to be able to help even, people to move around in Russia as well, from Moscow to St. Petersburg in a quicker way. Because as far as I remember, there is a train that comes from Latvia. I'm from Latvia myself, that goes directly to Moscow, and this train is like, I don't know how many years old is it, and it hasn't been changed so far. And a lot of Russian popular people, singers. They tend to come every summer to Latvia because they have a big like a sing competition in Latvia. So they are traveling with this old train. Hopefully, we can do something for them, and they will have more comfortable travel, not just to Latvia but all around the world. InnoTrans trade show. Mila has changed a little bit of presentation. So basically, the InnoTrans will be held in Berlin from 20 to 23rd of September. It's the biggest transport innovation exhibition that's happening every 2 years. We have been invited, or let's say Mr. Unitsky been invited personally from the organizers to attend this exhibition this year, and to be next to actually Hyperloop, to be next to Hawaii companies, quite big names. So we are excited to go there. We will be supporting, and I believe most of you will be there as well. So I'm excited to see you guys there and see, sit down or maybe have a tea-chat and see, what else we can do to make sure the world is aware of our project. And what's it there for you? In this case, I will leave you guys again for this week. Hopefully you had a good, you gain some good information. But as I mentioned, if you have some questions and I still didn't explain something, so for you to be clear, just make sure you don't go away, and you will be able to ask questions at the end of Mila's part. But for today, I'm saying thank you to you guys for your attention, and I give word to Mila. Bye.
Hello everyone, nice to see you all here. Can you please confirm that you can actually see my screen, because for some reason it showed me that you cannot. Hi. Can you, no screen, okay. What about now? Can you see my screen as well? My beautiful screen with a beautiful lake and trees. Cool. All right. Let's continue. Thank you very much, Annette, for your time. You explained everything very well. And in the case if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me after the presentation, or you can ask Annette if you wish so. She will be there as well. Otherwise, I will continue with the part where I'll explain what is there for you. As Annette mentioned, we use the crowdfunding, which means that we have opportunity to offer everyone to become a company co-owner, own the piece of company. And this is very important because I don't know if you know much about the crowd investment, but there are 4 types of crowdfunding. It's the equity crowdfunding, it's the debt crowdfunding, it's the reward crowdfunding, and another one, it's forgotten which one was another one. You have a debt crowdfunding, fund, equity crowdfunding, reward, and another one. I'm not quite sorry, I don't remember. I just had it in the back of my mind. But what the point I try to make is that there are so many crowdfunding opportunity out there, and it is very easy if you just Google Crowdcube or Kickstarter or any other platform where you can raise the money online when you can invest in a company. But even on that case, there are always some companies which might give you something else rather than own the piece of the company. And we use the equity crowdfunding, and it's very important to understand that in our case, when you become a shareholder, you actually own piece of company. A donation crowdfunding. This is the last one, donation crowdfunding. So you become the company co-owner. And this is the really crucial, especially when I talk to the big investors and talk to the angel investors, and they try to understand what is that we offering. We offering the equity. We offering for you to have a chance to become a company co-owner. So this is the very important, and it's good to know what are other types of crowdfunding exist. So maybe next time when you talk to your client and they ask you the question, you will know what to say. Very briefly, the slides, what we can offer. You can find lots of different packages. They're all available online. If you log into skywayinvestgroup.com/en for English language, you would be able to see different packages. We call them EIP. Um, Again, the point I try to make with this slide is that I don't know if you can, but I cannot find any company at the moment who give away such a big piece of equity to the private investors. And what I mean by that is, let's have a look at the example I highlighted with 1,000 USD dollars. So if you invest $1,000 each month during the 10 months period, you will totally invest, your investment, the total investment will be $10,000, and return you will get 3,150,000 shares. So after we complete the stage number 15, which will be the company IPO. Remember, Annette mentioned that we have 15 development stages. So when we reach stage number 15, which means that we will have more than 100,000 kilometers road built globally, one share will cost $1. So you can see yourself how huge this opportunity is, and if you invest it yourself or if you plan into there is the great opportunity. I'm into this company for more than 2 years. Same like Annette, I was just investor. I invested in few other companies as well. So the Skyway is not the only business I invest into. But the bottom line is I cannot see any return closer to what Skyway can offer. That's why I also trying to help this company. I am the business development director of the UK office, and we're in contact with so many so many high net worth individuals who are able to finance this project. So they can see also value. I can see value. Hope you can see value as well. I came across one of the videos published by Forbes, the 10 top venture capital investors, which means that we're not trying to create in the wheel here. It does already exist. And as you can see, this the top 10 people who invested in the venture capital firm, and we are one of them. We are a venture capital firm, and the venture means it is the risk investment, because as any startup, we are on a phase where we know the plans and we hope the technology will work. We hope that we will finance the Ecotechno Park. But in terms of if you put us into category, we'll go under the venture capital investments because there's still a risky investment. So all these people, they have invested successfully in the startups and the venture firms such as Uber, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, FireEye, I think it's the IT security software, and they all earn hundreds of thousands and millions. And some of them, for example, the Chris Saka who invested in Uber, he just becomes a filthy rich, because he made this decision to invest in a company. So that's why it is not about not having the right opportunity. It's more about that people cannot recognize that opportunity. It's here. That's why we try to show you all the benefits of you becoming the part of the Skyway Invest Group, and I will talk about the business opportunities as well. So you have a few options here. Either you can invest your money and relax, wait for a few years when the company go to IPO, or you can make your money today. You can also earn today because we managed to combine together a crowdfunding and reward-based marketing, which means that we have a different stages where people can earn the money today. And it is not a pyramid or MLM company. We don't have such rules where for you to have your referral link and for you to start earning today, you have to purchase something, some shares. You don't have to if you don't want to. This is your choice. And this will be the biggest difference compared to any other MLM companies where you have to buy a product for you to become to distributor, and then you can sell this product to your friends and family or other people. Here it is your choice, whatever you want to invest or not. Normally people, they like the idea, they become investors themselves, and then they realize that, oh, why would I need to wait for another 3 to 5 years? I can earn money today. So why don't I also tell my friends and the people I know about this successful project, and then you can earn on this today. How are you going to do this? Very simple. We have different levels. It starts from the level 1 to the level 5, where on your first level you earn 15% from what the person has invested, plus you earn 7.4% of the shares, which means that you can have unlimited people on your first level. Again, this is not what happened with the usual MLM companies, where you have different legs and different limits. Here, it is not an MLM, so we are reward-based marketing. So you can have as many people in your first level as you wish. If people in your first level also excited about this idea and they want to make the money today by promoting this technology, they can. If they invite the people, they receive 15% because this will be their first line. However, you receive 7%. So by you doing nothing pretty much, you earn 7%. And then on your level 3, you earn 5%. On the level 4, you earn 4%, and etc. So we have here quite attractive scheme where all what you need to worry about, you have the 25 people in your first line, and these 25 people will bring another 25 each, and then you can quit your job and forget about working because you will receive the passive income every month. Again, because we have these packages where people can commit for the next 10 months. So if you have 10 people who invest 1,000 each every month, so you can earn 150 from all of these 10 people, which make you 1,500 bucks in a month for the next 10 months constantly. Not bad, right? So this is what we can offer. And also very important remark, because we are now growing bigger and we now representing SkyWay Invest Group in UK and any other different countries. We have people from Canada, we have people from Oman, we have people from Australia, from Latvia, Estonia. So we have a legal documents which also needs to be signed. You can find them in the back office. It's called cooperation agreement and agent agreement. Without you to sign in these documents, you cannot just go around and start pitching people. Make sure that you have everything signed and ready, because it is an important piece of documents which give you a peace of mind that what you do is perfectly legal, and that is our that's how we structure our reward-based marketing. I hope it's all clear. If you have any questions with regards to this, please let me know. But I hope I show you the full picture where you can have different streams of your income. So you can have people who work for you and with you, which means that on your first level you receive 15%. There's something you do personal, so you do personal presentation. At the same time, the people who you invite, they also can talk about this technology, will generate the passive income for you personally. And on the other hand, you can always become an investor, and you can put money and purchase the shares, and you actually will receive 7.5% shares anyway by referring this and promoting the company. So you will become automatically shareholder as well, which means that if for some reason and in a few months you change your mind, you will still have your passive income from your network, as well as you still will have shares which are there for you written on your name. So that's why it is excellent opportunity for people. And as Annette correctly said, it is not going to last forever. As soon as we finance the Eco Techno Park, we're not longer going to offer reward-based marketing, maybe only for the local projects only. But at the same time, it depends on the project individually. And of course, we would not be able. This is 100% information. We would not be able to offer you this 15% and 7% and the shares on top. It's not going to happen. So if you're serious about the business, if you're serious about earning money, this is your opportunity today. When we go to Eco Techno Park, we have lots of high net profit investors there, lots of people from the government. So trust me, Unitsky set the deadline for the transport certification, which will be at the beginning of the next year, which means that all 15, not the 15, all the stages up to certification will be completed. So we now have only a few months to work hard to tell as many people as possible to build own portfolio and own business, and we are the one who receive the passive income out of this. So with you or without you, we're still going to reach the point we try to reach, which is certification in our case. But at the same time, the more people we have, the better results we can produce, and the more money we can send to Ecotechno Park, which means the quicker we can have our returns on our investment. So it's very straightforward. We have a lot of positive news, and I think we should do like a little competition, between English-speaking investors who can share with us the most news during the week or maybe during the day, because it seems like every day something happens and every day we have like lots of positive news. So I think we should think about some sort of the competition where we can share what we achieved for the day or for the week, because I know most of you guys, I know some new people here, but I know most of you are really working hard, and I really appreciate that you do a great job, and I can see the progress across the country, big progress. Oman, Khalid, thank you for your help. Big progress in Norway as well, in Sweden. John and Jan, John, you did a great job. So we do have lots of people now. They activated because they see it's so close now. And that's where we are. So I think we did a great job, but because I'm speaker today, so I will share the news for you, the one I think that the most appropriate. As Aneta mentioned, we done the installation of the anchor support on lightweight urban skyway, which happens last week. You can find more pictures online. Also, we have different Facebook groups where we share more pictures. So it is the big step forward. So the urban city skyway now almost ready. We're almost there. Final preparation before shipment to Inatrans. For the people who follow the webinars, you probably remember 2 weeks ago, it was the picture of the same chair, but it was like it's so like very draft, like it not draft, like it you couldn't see the leather bits, and some things were missing, and only like week time we now have a perfect chair, beautiful orange chin, black chair. And people are testing, as you can see here, they're testing the different models. We have the models of 1 to 15, 1 to 10, and 1 to 5. So we're testing them, they testing them every day just to make sure that it's all compliant, it's all running well, all the diagnostic on place. And Unibikes and Unibus, they will be ready by 20th of September, which is 20 days from now on. So for those people who join myself and our team in Inatrans, then we will be among the first people who would be able to see the real technology and the real size there. So it's big news. Also, we have lots of publications, news with the publications. For example, ABC Treats book by Michael Orloff was published, I think, the last week. It's very recent. So he's talking about trees technology, which deals with the creative design thinking, and he also talking about their Skyway technology, and he talks about Uniski, his achievement. So it is the first book in English language where we can see that Uniski got the recognition, and it's available on Amazon online. I think it's only $15 or something like this. But for people who want to kind of have this book and show to the investors, perfect opportunity, and I'm sure we can learn a lot reading all the different books. So the creative design thinking, we need a lot of creativity to push this project forward. So it could be useful for all of us. And another magazine on air, Belavia magazine. As you can see, Skyway on the front page, they mention they have the very big article, so they talk about the technology features, what is the fundamentals of the technology. They also have an interview with Unitsky, which published there, and they talk about the basic principles and strategies of the Skyway Group development. So it is also official paper, and they published very recently. It was, as I mentioned, September 2016. So it's now another piece of information in English, which is excellent for us. I always have people who would ask, "Oh, do you have any publication? Like, where can I read about this?" So now we have this proofs that we do have more and more people who are interested to learn about technology, to share, and it's a perfect opportunity. So if any of you involved in any publication business or anything, we can talk, we can see if we can publish articles in your country, or if you can do some publications. I'm sure that lots of companies, they have no idea that these transporters exist. For them, it will be a know-how, and I think it's such a great and big news for every single person on the planet that we might have such ecological, cost-effective transport with the greater speed and with a cheaper cost that anyone can use. So think about any sort of the publication. Let's grow big together. Let's approach people who can help us. We do need a lot of PR, and if you can help the project, then you help yourself. Because if you have something like this in your country, this is the proof of the concept. This is the proof that the newspapers are talking about this project, same like they do in Australia. How many press releases they have? How many TV programs mention about the technology? So if you have anything, do let me know. And also our interactive training Master Profi, which will be run by Victor Sober, Andrei Havratov, Armens, and myself. We don't have a date yet. However, as far as I'm aware, it will happen in November, December, January. It's usually 3 months training where we'll teach you about how to present the Skyway technology in the right way. We will teach people about the local projects. We will teach people how to grow, how to increase the like how to grow the network. We will teach them how to use their leadership skills, how to speak in the public. So all these trainings we can offer finally in English language. So for you guys, this will be the great opportunity, and especially as we talk about the local projects, so this will be never-ending opportunity. So the more work you do now, the easier it will be for you to work with the company afterwards when we talk with the government, when we talk with the ministries, when we go and target specific countries, and we understand why, and we understand what is the return. And in the future also, Andrei Havratov has this plan for Skyway Invest Group that after we complete the Eco Park funding, and after we involved in many projects, then we as one big investor, we might even consider to invest in other different projects, other venture projects, which will give you a huge opportunity. Because if you now have a network, let's say, of 1,000 people or like 5,000 people, and this 5,000 people successfully invested in the Skyway technology and Eco Technopark or local projects. So when Andrei Havratov will present any other opportunity, so this 5,000 will invest again because they trust you, because they see what we do is legitimate. They see the trust, the concept. So this would be our also goal. It is a long-term goal, but I want you to think broader. You have a great opportunity to earn today because we fund an Eco Technopark. However, we will have other opportunities there as well. And if you're serious about business, if you're serious about become the part of our team, then you have to go through this training because myself, Armand, Annetta, Martin, Lelda, I don't know if you know her, but she's involved in marketing. Every single of us, we have attended this training and we passed this training, and that's why we're here, and that's why we do the webinars. We talk about technology because we understand this to the bits, and that's what I recommend to all of you to attend. The dates will be confirmed. And the promo codes, please write it down or take the print screen. So this promo code is valid till Sunday. So make sure you talk when you register new people, you give them this promo code, which allows them to have another 100 shares. And then when they complete the verification, they receive another gift, which is 50 shares. So do tell your partners and people who work with you on this. This promo code is valid till Sunday, as usual, 12 o'clock Moscow time. That's all from me for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them and type them, and I will try my best to answer them all. Harish, with regards to the banners and other marketing material, I can share with you a few links where you can see the banners we use, and they are original banners, and that's where all of us have to use. However, you need to order them locally. So we order them here in UK. Other partners order them from different countries. So you need to. I can send you the sample work, and then you just need to order yourself banners. Yeah, we have different sizes. We have like folder full of the banners, so you just select which one is most suitable for you. Okay. All right. Well, it seems like you don't have any questions. How come? So everything is so clear that you don't have any questions. Well, I'm glad. Oh, when would be the testing date? Um, well, what the plan is that after Innotrans exhibition, these two pieces of transport they will be shipped back to Minsk, where they belong to, and autumn they will be tested. I don't think it will be public because the first few tests they will be done by Yusuke himself and his team. But I'm pretty much sure that we would have opportunity as investors to come down to Minsk next year for the transport certification, because then all tests will be done by that time. If something needs to change, they will change as well. So I think it's more kind of convenient for the investors to actually celebrate the certification because it is most important moment rather than testing, because testing could be done so many times, but certification only will be done once. Last webinar you said you raised 10.5 million. Yeah, I mean, we do have updates every month. So it's not like we update the figures every day or every week. So once in a month, when we have the updates of how much money we've been invested, then I can update the slides also. Well, I hear that it's sold out at Trans on website. John, I'm not sure about it. I got my tickets. I purchased them in advance. If you're not sure, I would recommend you to contact the organizers directly. Because remember, I don't know if you were there last time. We had a little training on Saturday, and my colleague Lauda she mentioned about some difficulties because if you have so many people attending the trade shows, so sometimes what happens is that you might queue outside unless the people comes out, and then they will have another. They will allow more people to come in. So it's if you want to make sure that you're there for the good experience, make sure you organize everything in advance to contact them. If you have any questions, you can specify that you are presenting SkyWay. If you have any business cards or any proofs of that, that will be great, and then should not be a problem to go there. Any proofs of those who have been already registered? Harish, what do you mean? Any proof for those who have been already registered? I don't understand. And at the hotel, SkyWay people is arriving. Yeah. Well, gladly, lots of different hotels in Germany, so I'm sure the hotel should not be a problem. Promo code is only for new connections, new people. So when you register a new person, you can give them a promo code during the registration. That's and you would be able to see 100 shares right away in the account. So it's for new people only. Like incentive, yeah, it is incentive for you to use it as their urgency when you attract more people, and also it is additional shares to kind of to show them that they very welcome if you are the webinar. So then you have this promo code which you can share with your network as well, and that's how we can also track how successful our webinars are. So it's, yeah, definitely used as initiative, incentive. Sorry. How many people have invested? Well, we have 187,000 people who support this project, and 34,000 approximately are investors. So we have lots of people who invested. But don't forget, like initially, all their investors, they came from Russia or post-Soviet Union country space. So that's why investment was considerably low. At the moment, we have access to European market, and average investment is, for example, here is $750, which is much more than what they do in Russia. Why no promo codes for those who already registered? Well, because it works as incentive for new people. I mean, we do have different incentive for existing investors as well. Like remember, a few weeks ago, we give a promotion extra 8% to your shares. And so that is for existing. So we try to balance where we can attract the new guys, and it's also good for yourself. Because I, for example, have lots of people who are in a thinking mode. So when I tell them that, well, hey guys, if you do today, I can give you, instead of the 50, I can give you 150, then it's good for me as well, because they might think, oh wow, if I do it actually today, if I register today, I'll receive 3 times more. So it's good for you as well. So it is incentive for both. It just we cannot every time provide some incentive for every single investor. We're trying to do them once, a few times a month. We are planning an office in Sweden. You can tell it will take some time. John, thank you very much. I think I just read your comment. So yeah, John Arne mentioned today that he's planning to open office in Sweden, which is perfect. It's great. So fingers crossed that everything will go smoothly and we can come down to Sweden and celebrate this occasion. Harish, more than 300,000. These are supporters. So some people are just said like, yeah, wanna support this project, but they're not actively invested. And I can talk from 300,000. This is overall, but I can tell about our statistics. And 35,000 are actively investors, active investors. What is the average investment required per investor? Any particular skill that SkyWay is targeting? Well, because the project is big, like we need to collect 200 million, and we done only probably 11 now, maybe slightly more, because as Harish correctly said, these figures haven't been updated for maybe like a month. So we definitely now have more than 10.5. Let's say we have 11.5. So we need to collect 200 million. So of course, the more you can invest, the better. And that's why we do now try to move from crowdfunding to target either specific funds, technology funds, or hedge funds, or investment funds, or maybe family offices or angel investors, someone who can be more serious in terms of the investment. But at the same time, if you want to become agent, the minimum investment is $250. So this is the minimum requirements if you want to do business. But remember, as I mentioned before, you don't have to put your own money first for you to talk about our technology. You can receive the bonuses from the people you invited, so you can talk about the opportunity even without you reaching the agent status. But it will be good for you in terms of the status wise, because on each status we have a different criteria, and the minimum if you want to become an agent is 250. Okay. Um, I think that's all actually, no more questions. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I'm looking forward to see you next week. Next week we will do a webinar on Wednesday, I believe so. I need to double check as we have a slightly changes in our timetable. But yeah, I think that's all from my side. Thank you very much for your time and for your questions. And I look forward to see you next week. Thank you very much, guys.